What's up, gang? Boy G here, back on another video. Today, I would just like to share this Ringke wireless charger that I purchased from Lazada. This came straight from Korea. Alright, so I just removed that bubble wrap there. And, ooh, they provided some sweet freebie there, finger something. But this is the Ringke Qi2 Peltier magnetic car charger mount. Again, I'm really new to this. I don't know what Peltier, so we're going to test that. It says super cooling power and high speed charging, of course, with the Qi2, right? That means it can provide 15 watts to iPhones and to Androids alike. Foreign object detection, Qi2 wireless, again, built-in cooling fan, fast heat dissipation, and compatible with MagSafe. By the way, if you're not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. As you can see, I've unboxed a lot of gadgets and things that I purchased, so it might help you in your purchase decision, just in case you're eyeing for something to purchase. You do have this really good looking manual. So you do have this mount for your vent, right? So it's using the vent mount. This is actually pretty good. I use one of this currently right now on my car. I will show you that in a bit, but yeah, that's the one I'm using. It's pretty good, very stable once you tighten it up, and it's not going to destroy your vent as well. You loosen this up, right? So you have one metal here. This metal, it's not plastic. So you have one metal there. You hook it up to the back of the vent, right? But then you press this to the front of the vent, and then this one on the entirety of the vent, right? In even the housing of the vent on the car. So it's going to be stable. It's not going to move so much, and it's not going to break your vent. This is the one that I prefer for vent mounting. So you do have USB cable, of course, USB-C to C. So again, this is C to C. Make sure that you do have a fast charger in your car that is capable of C cable, or you can also use just a normal USB cable to C if you have one, right? You have to purchase yourself. That is the Ringke, as you can see there, wireless charging, and it doesn't have any RGB, any light in front, unlike my U-Green. I have a U-Green one. It has a blue light here that is very dim, right? It's really cool. It's not distracting, and of course, once you put your phone, it's not going to distract you further. And yeah, how you install it is like this. You're just going to loosen this up. This connection on the back is tight on the front here, as you can see. It's kind of loose on the back. So as soon as you put it on the lip, you can go ahead and insert this, force it like that, and then you can just tighten it up like so, right? So you can just position that. Now, on the back here, as you can see, are some openings for the actual fan. And as far as I know, there is RGB lighting on that. We'll test that in a bit. But for now, I wanted to test the magnet power if it's really good. Now, I do have my phone here, my S25 Ultra, and I do have an extremely powerful magnetic ring here. As you can see, that's super powerful. But without that, just to check, ooh, what a grip. It's super, oh wow. It's actually powerful already without even my grip there. You just have to be careful on your S25 Ultra because you do have the camera bump there, right? But it's super strong. And with this, because this one is pretty bonkers, right? So that is, oh, you probably heard that. That is extremely powerful. It's really tight. And with that, it's even going to be extremely powerful of the grip, right? This one, I kid you not, might actually grip like about 2 kilos or something or more, probably even 4 kilos, because that's just magnet after magnet after magnet. But yeah, that is definitely powerful. Of course, it's gonna hinder your stylus because of those powerful stuff. As you can see, it's not even working at all. Now the trick there, it's not that it's disabling your stylus. It's actually like, interfering with it. So for it to work, you have to press really deeply. So as you can see, it's working. If I really depress that substantially, I'm like almost destroying my screen. But if you just press it like so, like glide it, of course, you will see that the interference will be obvious there, the circle one. If you remove that, those kind of like accessories, as you can see, of course, you don't have that. You can just write very, very light. Without my magnet ring here, let's see if it's going to interfere with the charger alone. Right, it does, right? That's the reason why the S25 Ultra actually doesn't have MagSafe built in. But again, if you still want to use your S Pen for whatever reason while it's mounted, just press it harder, right? And it will work. A little tip, by the way, if you're using magnets or MagSafe like this, when you're removing them, which of course most of you already know, when you're removing them, make sure you slide, right? Not to pull, especially on your car. When you have this on your car and the vent, right, it's installed in your vent like that, and just pull it like that, you might pull your entire vent, right? So make sure you actually just put your finger somewhere here and then just slide it, right? Slide it like this, right? To be careful of that. Magnet is pretty weak when you're sliding it, so that should work. Let me go ahead and plug this in. Let's check the RGB lights. All right, I got a couple of chargers here to show you some comparison that not all Qi2 chargers are actually the same, right? So you have to be careful when buying one. Now, of course, even though this is wireless charger for the car, this is USB. So it's essentially the same as this, right? It's just bulky. And then, of course, this one, it has a stand. But essentially, that's your wireless charger, and it's just the same thing, right? Now, the one that you need to know is that, again, they're different in terms of speed, particularly on the charging distance. What's important for me is charging distance, right? I want to be able to charge even when I have this ring that I've got here. Again, I have a couple of this, and I wanted that to work on all of my charging, right? Now, I'm going to show you something first. So this one is really fancy. I have my watch there and Qi2. If I plug it in to the USB here, I scooched a little bit so you can see. So there's a green light in front, right? And this one, with remove, right, with not installed, it's gonna charge all right. As you can see, charging. Wireless charger, it says. Wireless charging, it's even like, not aligned perfectly there. But it says wireless charging and very, very easy to remove, right? The magnet's pretty weak. So it's just, China brand, some cheap one, although it looks really amazing. Now, with this one, if I install this fairly thinner, right? I think this is probably 3 millimeters. If I install this, for example, here, and then try to charge it, not gonna charge, right? It's not capable of reaching the phone because of that added thickness, right? That's one thing. However, if I charge it on some other charger like this one, it's a high quality charger. If I charge it there, as you can see, it's not detecting right away. However, it's still going to be able to reach the phone after a couple of seconds, and it will actually charge. And as you can see here, it says in order to charge that 87%, it will just require 30 minutes, right? So pretty good. So this one, not so great, right? Even though you're looking for a charger, it looks fancy, not so great. But this one, definitely amazing. Now let's go ahead and test the actual Ringke Peltier and see if it can actually charge it, with that kind of distance, right? Or with that added stuff there. So that's the Ringke. I'm just put it like that. This is my cable, by the way. That's not the included cable. This is the included C2C cable. Let's go ahead and test the cable just to see if it's actually a fast wireless connection. All right, I'm now using the Ringke Type-C here. Let me go ahead and scooch a little bit further here to reach my outlet. So let's put the cable in the Ringke. As soon as you plug it in, you will see blue lights from left and right. So you will be able to see that right away. But the RGB inside will actually not glow, right, without your phone. Now first, let's test the phone without the accessories, just the back MagSafe. And look at this. Charging right away, and it says, check that aside, 28 minutes. So it's kind of like the same as that before, 28 minutes until full. Right, again, the cable is a little bit tight there, but you will see here the RGB lights are now doing its work, right? It's green while charging on the back, and turning blue. Wow, that is actually looking fancy because of the light itself. Let me see if I can turn off the lights here. So look at that, looks amazing, right? Without anything at all, it actually looks amazing. Now you won't be able to see that really because it's just blue and green, by the way. But you won't be able to see that because it's behind the phone, so it's not really gonna distract you. However, it's gonna produce some subtle RGB in your car, which is amazing. All right, so let me put the accessory here, the one that I used earlier. Let me go ahead and see if that will actually work. Would you look at that? It's charging, right? Amazing. And it's still the same speed. I don't know if you can see that, but it says 30 minutes. My wife's iPhone is not focusing. All right, 30 minutes until full. So it's kind of like the same as that one, right? And it's fast charging still, Qi2, right? And that is already a thick boy, right, with this. And the good thing about that is this one is really cool. It's actually cool to touch, right? It's, wow. It's like it's aircon. This surface is actually cool. Oh, that's weird. I think that's probably the Peltier material that they have. This one is cool, as if you have like an ice cube inside. So using this in prolonged period of time will actually cool your phone. So absolutely great. Let me leave that for a couple of minutes and just to see how cool will it get or how hot will it get. All right, left that a couple of minutes, and typically on my own charger it will heat up right away. So let's see if it does heat up already. Magnet's super strong. Check. Wow. I love this. It's like you're not charging at all. This is exactly what I prefer, because charging on like this, right? I wish I have Peltier on my side table as well. I have a charger on my side table, like the one that I showed you earlier, and it heat ups, right? When you're using it after a couple of minutes, it will heat up because of this metal object that I have in the back. You know, it's kind of interfering with that one. It's getting hot. But this one, because it's cold, it's just not heating up. It's actually super cold. And you know what? I even like want this as my side table charger. I wish I could have like used that as my side table charger. It's cold to the touch. I love it. All right, here we are. Sorry for the shaky camera. I don't have tripod here, but I would just like to show you the charger here in the car. So as you can see, I do have the same stand, right? Let me just focus that. This is a G4, by the way, a Mirage G4 Mitsubishi. As you can see, I already used the same stand. That's why I said earlier it's very reliable, right? I like that. So I'm not gonna replace that anymore. I'm just gonna, you know, remove this from the head and replace that. Now this is a U green one, and as you can see, it's glowing blue, right? It's not even obvious. Now this is the main problem. Again, this is my phone, right? If I put it with this adapter here, with this holder that I don't want to remove all the time, it's not charging, right? Even though it's already aligned, it's just not charging at all because of the distance again. Nada, right? If I remove that, again, make sure you slide it, not pull it, or you know, otherwise you will just destroy your vent there. With that removed, right, without that adapter or that holder, keep on saying it's adapter, it's just gonna charge fine. As you can see, again, I have to remove that ring in order for it to charge. Again, do not pull it straight. Put your finger here, slide it upwards or sideways. Now I'm going to install this Peltier right now from Ringke, and let's see if it's going to charge even with this little tiny, or probably big, right, ring here. All right, Ringke is in, adapters installed. Let me try that for the first time here. Bam. Oh, it's charging, right? Rink is really awesome. Ringke wireless charging and fast charging, 30 minutes until full. As you've noticed, this is not charging on the U-green, but it's charging on the Ringke, right? Not only it's powerful, right, for the distance, it's much more stable because it's just gonna, like, you know, have a higher wireless charging distance. So that's actually even kind of like, you know, gonna really assure that you're going to charge faster. So even though it's thick, it's still reaching that. And then when I'm on a car, I don't need to remove this as well, because you can see it's super powerful, you know, magnet here. I don't need to remove that. I'm listening, by the way, to Adini, and I'm just gonna like snap that like that, and it's gonna charge no problem. Drive right away, and see if if it will identify my face here. Bam! Really fast facial recognition as well. I'm gonna try that again. Camera here. See if it's gonna identify me. Bam! Right, facial recognition works great. But yeah, that's all for today, guys. Let me know down in the comments below. I just like to show you this Ringke again. Really super powerful. By the way, it's not gonna remove, or it's not gonna fall. And of course, this one is super secure as well. But yeah, that's all for today, guys. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any questions, any suggestions. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. I unbox and review tons of things that I purchased already. I believe I reviewed or, you know, unboxed and reviewed 90, 70, you know, if you're a PC gamer. So you can also check that out on my channel. I also reviewed a lot of stuff, like installing 360 camera and whatever here. So, you know, if you're interested, subscribe and check my channel. It might help you in your purchase decision. But that's all for today. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay safe, and see you on my next one. Peace.